Good morning everyone, hope everybody's keeping well for everything that's going on. This is just a quick video to show you the Autel md806. This is the non-pro all-system version scan tool. So this will just scan the main 4 modules in the vehicle. It will not scan all the systems in the vehicle. However, as I said, it does scan the main 4 ones, and it is of course cheaper to buy. This was £150 on eBay, which is an absolute steal in my opinion. This is of course a Autel grey import tool, not because it's grey in colour, because this is a Chinese Autel. So this is a Autel that's been manufactured in China, like all of them are, for any particular market. It's not a specific UK tool, so there is no UK support tag on the back. Personally, I do not give a monkey's butt. As a technician myself, I do not need to be calling Autel every 2 minutes to ask them advice on stuff. Furthermore, Autel as a scan tool is a very good quality scan tool. If you look after it, you are not going to have issues with this tool, or it's very unlikely you will have issues with it. Having said that, you know, it's a tool, it's going to break. If I drop that in a bucket of water, it's going to break. If I do that, that's my fault. I'm not going to ring Autel UK and whinge about it. You know, I'll take the hit on it. It's my own stupid fault. However, if you get a UK support tool, you're going to be paying about another £150, you know, for the sticker on the back. They're probably more likely to be giving you goodwill or looking at repairing it. If I need to have this repaired at any point, I'll be dealing with the eBay seller, or I'll have to send it back to China, which becomes a pain. I don't really care. I had another one, it lasted 7 years, I sold it, never had an issue. So, you get the tool, you get the case with the manual and a quick guide and the USB to update it. See the other side of the case, look, nice big sturdy Autel case. I'll give you a quick demonstration. One thing to bear in mind, some people have mentioned that the OBD2 cable on this is quite small, and I can tell myself this is a really small connection. I mean, OBD2 is quite a standard size, but this is quite a small cable. It fits very snugly in the Astra, it very only just fits in the Corsa. So just bear that in mind. There is somebody on Amazon reviews that said they couldn't fit this to a BMW for whatever reason. I'm sure you could just replace the cable. It's just a normal OBD2 cable. You could probably get another Autel cable. That wouldn't be a massive issue. Just bear that in mind. So I'll plug that in. Again, with the grey, just going back to the grey import tools, I wasn't going to pay another £100 for the privilege. It's not worth it for me. So plug it in. Tool powering up. There you go. Look how quick that was. 2 seconds at max to load up. These tools are really good quality. Let's put the ignition on. So first thing I'm going to mention to you is the Autel md806. If you get the Pro all system version, that is marketed as being exactly the same as the md808 Pro all system. Only difference being red. That is not completely correct. The md806 series is a reworked version of the Autel md802 all system with special features. In other words, although this is a new tool, this has 2012 software in regards to diagnosing the vehicle or reading codes in the vehicle. So just bear that in mind. This is one thing I have noticed. This tool will not diagnose newer than 2012 Vauxhall Opels unless you're going into the standard OBD2, whereby you can only read the emissions codes. So just bear that in mind. If you've got a newer Vauxhall like we do, we have a 2018 Vauxhall Corsa, this tool's going to struggle to diagnose anything other than engine codes on that. However, that is standard across a lot of these aftermarket tools. I had a Foxwell NT624, I had an Encel FX4000, those were the same. Could not diagnose newer than 2012 Vauxhall Opel. So just bear that in mind. So as you can see there, look, the newest one it goes up to is 2012. And yes, I have updated this as soon as I got the tool, I updated it. There's an update released 3 months ago for this tool. That's the newest it will go to. So just bear that in mind. My other 2 Vauxhalls are 2004 anyway, so it's not a big deal. So I clicked on the 4. This is an Astra G. And there you go, look. So these are the, because it's not the all system tool, these are the 4 modules that you can scan in the vehicle. This is quite an old Astra anyway, so these are the only modules really on the car anyway. So just go into engine. You can just click search engine if you like. and that'll just do a general scan. And there you go, it's automatically picked up that we have a Z20 let engine, and it's found 2 fault codes. So if you click show fault codes, intermittent, refer to vehicle, P0148 refer to vehicle. So it hasn't actually picked up what those fault codes are. I'm just wondering if I go into it as a Z20 let, it'll be able to tell me what those are. My other tools will usually define those for me. I know that they're relating to the O2 sensor heater circuit. Let's click read codes. There we go. So it's picked that one up. I went into Z20 let and it's picked that up. O2 sensor heater circuit, sensor 2. I know that because it's unplugged. The only disappointment really with this is on all the Autels, you have the question mark, and you press the question mark, the Autel will then give you 5 most common problems of that fault code. So misfire, it'd say, you know, check ignition, check fuel pressure, check for loss of cylinder pressure. Or even as a technician, that helps because that, you know, says it could be this, it could be that. So that's one of the disappointments for that really. I did see that as a change in the update, so I was hoping that would be that would have been changed, or in the part of the update. It doesn't look like it did. Again, all the live data you can look at, there's tons. It's not very laggy, it's quite quick. It's not the quickest that I've ever used. That could be this car though, to be fair. All the extra stuff you can look at. You can merge these so you can graph them as well. So look, ignition dwell. You can graph everything, you can merge graphs. This is a really good tool for the money. For £150 delivered, this is a really good tool. There's all your Vauxhall coverage, look. And there's again, newest it'll go up to 2012. What I want to do is just come out of Vauxhall and just go into OBD2 generally. Just read that code again and just see if it will give me the tech tips on the question mark. I hope it does, because that's one of the best things about Autels, I think, is just pressing that. It saves you having to Google fault codes and you get loads of random rubbish on forums. It tells you the 5 most common causes of that fault code, and then it gets, you know, in your mind, and you can think in what direction you want to be going in to diagnose it, you know, fuel pressure, ignition, etc. Looks like it's a little bit slower loading on OBD2. Generally, these tools work better in OBD2 than they do in their own manufacturer setting, but we'll see. Obviously, in this side of things, it'll only read the engine fault codes, but that's fine because we do have some engine fault codes. So it tells you the IM readiness there. Let's just click to read fault codes. So if you go in this way, you can see stored codes and pending codes. So see if there's any pending codes. And there you go, look, that's a pending code. Fantastic. So there we go. If you go into OBD2, this is what I was talking about. Sorry about the wobbliness there. Click the question mark, you get the DTC guide. So I press the question mark, and then it says these are the most common things. So rear heated oxygen sensor bank 1 harness is open or short. So either there's an open or short circuit within the wiring. Rear heated oxygen sensor bank 1 circuit, poor electrical connection, which is what I believe I have, as I had that unplugged and I left it unplugged for a while. I believe it's got dirty, but I'll have to have a look. Faulty rear heated oxygen sensor bank 1, which is usually the most common thing. Inappropriate fuel pressure, faulty injectors, intake air leaks, and exhaust gas leaks. I don't really agree with that. Well, actually, we're talking about the rear bank 1. Yeah, so bank 1 sensor 2. So those are not really relevant on this engine. I mean, potentially, but it's the heater circuit, so it's more likely going to be one of these. But this is just what I'm talking about. This will help help you diagnose the vehicle. You can click save. So it's saved that fault code now. You can print these out. Again, you can look at all the live data, freeze frame, which is really good. Vehicle info, DTC lookup. I don't really see the point in that, but yeah. So that's the scan side of things. Now let me show you what this scanner's really good for. Service. So you can do a service light reset. On the previous tools that I've owned, I've not been able to find any scan tool yet that is able to do a service light reset on the Astromark 4. That's not a big deal because you can do it manually, and the Autel and Foxwell used to give instructions how to do it manually instead. This, however, has managed to do a service light reset on both Vauxhalls, although it does not tell you how to do it manually if you can't do it electronically. That's not much of an issue since it's quite good at doing it electronically anyway. Electronic park brake, so pushing the actuators back. DPF regen, steering angle sensor recalibration. Battery monitoring system, so battery matching or programming new battery. There is no software in there for Vauxhall or Autel. Now there's not a very great deal of new Vauxhalls that need them matching in anyway, but there's no option to do it on a Vauxhall, so just bear that in mind. If you're buying this for matching a Vauxhall, there's no option to do it at the moment. And again, throttle body adaptions as well. So it looks as though the programming side of this is very, very good indeed. Service light reset. Let's just see what the coverage is on the service light reset. I can't remember from Vauxhall. It's very fast, this tool, for what it is. Okay, so it'll reset service lights up to 2015. So, on the programming side of things, it seems to do newer Vauxhalls just on the fault codes. Essentially, that's it. You can record the information and play it back later. So, for the money, really good tool. Just bear in mind, the md806 Pro All system is different to the md806. So just be careful. There are sellers on eBay that are telling you that it's the md806 Pro, and when you get it, it is just the md806, so you need to be very careful. Other than that, fantastic tool. Up to you guys if you want to pay an extra £100 and get a UK one to have a fancy sticker on the back of the tool. For some people, that might be worth spending that amount of extra money so that you've got a UK call centre that you can speak to. My personal experience is, I bought a Chinese one 7 years ago. I had an issue with it. No fault of a tool, fault of my own because I updated it. I didn't update it properly. I put the wrong files on the tool. I spoke to Autel UK, who put me in touch with Autel China. And then the same day in the afternoon, someone from China and Autel logged into my PC, corrected the tool, and it was done with. So for me, I don't really care. A grey import UK tool will do fine for me. You may want to pay extra money. That's up to you. Don't care what anyone says. There is no difference at all. Software same, hardware same. It comes from the same place. But just bear in mind, Opel Vauxhalls, you're not going to be able to do anything newer than 2012. Reading all the systems wise. Hopefully Autel will do an update in the future to correct that. But for the money, £150, at least what I paid on eBay, I think they're about £180 at the moment. Absolutely superb value for money. Definitely recommend it. Used it on 4 cars so far. Haven't struggled to connect it to anything. Brilliant tool. I've matched a battery to it already and done a DPF regeneration. Obviously passed that cost on to the customer or charged the customer for those. This tool has nearly paid for itself already. Highly recommend it. Updates are really easy. So any questions, give us a shout. And yeah, recommend a tool. Hope it helps somebody. Thank you.